The man you're about to meet started the journey to find his biological mother back in 1996 after the death of his adoptive mother. It's a journey that took him 56 years total to complete, with plenty of twists and turns along the way. I was able to find out more about this exclusive story of a man on a mission. Meet Sean Johnson.
Well, let me just take you on the journey.
It's a journey that would take 27 years of research across 4 states and connect him with family members who he didn't know existed.
My biological mother's maiden name is Williams.
Sean was adopted at birth back in August of 1966 by a nurse named Margaret Johnson, also known as Maggie. But when she passed away on September 3rd, 1996, he tells me his journey to find his biological mother began.
Before she died, she gave me her blessings for me to find my biological mother. She said her name is Diane Williams. She lives in Louisville or Lexington. And back then in 96, we didn't have Google like we do now. So basically, I had to do a lot of my research through the library.
Johnson says the research was further complicated because Diane Williams is a very common name.
I didn't have no social security number. I didn't have any addresses or nothing. So then when Google came into play to see if I could run a search through other domains, and I still came up short.
After nearly 2 decades of searching, he says he started making progress thanks to Ancestry.com. But still, he kept hitting bumps in the road.
So my wife said, well, let's try the DNA test. I just kept putting it off because over the time I just got frustrated. And I basically really had gave up, because we're talking about over 20 years.
He submitted the DNA test, and after a few twists, turns, phone calls, text messages, Facebook searches, and a plane ride across 4 states to Lexington, Kentucky,
I said, I think that's my mom.
He finally met Mrs. Diane Mays, his biological mother.
I was just ecstatic. I mean, it's just been wonderful. It really has. I never dreamed in 56 years that we would have ever have crossed.
Funny thing, when Sean first reached out to his mother on Facebook, she actually deleted the message, thinking it was a scammer.
I was feeling bad. A friend took me in. And I'm sitting in the emergency room. They had just got through drawing my blood. And I got this text come through and said, I think I'm your son that was left at the hospital, and went on and on and on. And I'm thinking, here's somebody trying to get information. Just never dreamed that, this was actually my child trying to get a hold of me.
May says she chose adoption for her son because she knew at the time she couldn't give him what he needed.
I was young, 17, going on 18, had just graduated from high school. And I was pregnant when I made that trip cross country to come out there. And I was just going through mixed emotions about what to do. The dad and I really wasn't on even terms, but I want him put in a good home.
That nurse, Margaret Johnson, adopted Sean, and the rest is history.
In my heart, I always felt like that he was in a good environment. And she did a very, very, very good job. I tell you that.
A bond forged 56 years ago.
I give God the praise, and I thank him for allowing me to see 75 years and that I got to see my son.
And it goes to show
There was automatically a connection there.
There's no love like the love of a mother. Johnson says in the future, he's considering moving to Kentucky to be closer with his mother. He also encourages anyone who wants to learn more about their family lineage to do their research and suggests utilizing tools like Ancestry.com and take DNA tests.